Hey, what is up traders? Lake here, Lake the Stock Bull. Welcome back to another video. So there are some crazy opportunities in the stock market right now, some great ways to make some extra cash, and I'm going to be covering my 5 best picks in this video. But before we get into the video, according to my YouTube statistics, if you're watching this right now, the odds are that you are not subscribed. So if you find value in my insights, if you find value in this video, consider subscribing, join the family, and leave a comment down below. This is all if you want. It helps me out a lot, but if you want, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're invested in. Let me know if you want me to research any stocks. I love to help out the people that help me out. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Let's get out there and make some money. Okay, so the first stock that I got for you today is going to be Virgin Galactic Acquisition Corp, ticker symbol VGAC. Okay, so VGAC is going to be a merger with the company 23andMe, and this is a genomics company. This is a company that allows you to spit into a test tube. That test tube is then sent to their labs, and they come back with all of your genomic data, which includes some health recommendations as well as pre-underlying conditions that you might have that you wouldn't have known about unless you got this genetic test. So this is a company that is still in their infancy. This is still a relatively young company working to make groundbreaking technology and innovations in this genomics sector, and I really believe that in the long term, 23andMe is going to make it. Their mission is to help people understand and benefit from the human genome, something which is incredible, and as an investor, I love getting behind. So from a technical perspective, this is a stock that I also really like, because on Thursday, after this big announcement, their stock went up around 30%, only to fall back around 9% on Friday. So moving forward, I expect 2 things to happen this next week for VGAC stock. First thing that I could see happening is I could see the stock pulling back to the 15s to the high 14s and just chilling in this range for a couple of weeks until some big news comes out or some big catalyst comes out for 23andMe stock. And at that time, I see a massive rally in the price of VGAC stock. Or I see the more likely outcome, which is that in this next week, VGAC is going to have a massive rally in the underlying price of the stock. So we see that the stock is trading right at the line of support at $16, and I think that if this stock pulls back too deep into this ascending wedge pattern, that is when I would sell the stock. But personally, I would be buying on Monday morning because I could see anywhere from a 20 to a 40% run when investors start getting really excited and we see a frenzy like we saw in stocks like Fubo, like we saw in stocks like CRISPR. These are stocks that investors get very heavily excited about. They funnel a large sum of money into the stock. They pump it up. We get out while everyone is still riding this pump, and then we move on to another stock. And that is exactly how I plan to profit from VGAC. We are going to ride the pump, that 10 to 40% run up that is going to come in the next few weeks. And then we're going to dump our options and hold on to our shares for the long term because, as I said, I like this company. Their CEO is fantastic. She's trying to get investors excited about her company and about her vision, and I love it. I love putting my money behind a great CEO with a great vision, and I love this company for the future as well as for a short-term swing trade. Okay, so the next stock that I got for you is going to be Open Door Technologies, ticker symbol OPEN. Okay, so if we take a look at the chart for OPEN, we see that it is trading right at that line of support, right at that $26 level. And by looking at the history of this stock, we see that the price has a tendency to oscillate between that line of support and that line of resistance, and that is exactly what I think is going to happen once again in the short term. So my personal opinion, in the next coming week, we are going to see a bounce off of the 30-day blue EMA, and I think that this stock is going to have anywhere from a 5 to 15% rally back up to that line of support in the next coming week. So for me personally, I'm going to play OPEN options. I'm going to buy on Monday morning at this price level, and then I'm going to sell at that $30 level when the price gets up to that upper region in this ascending wedge. That is when I'm going to sell and take my profits. And the next stock that I got for you is going to be Rocket Companies, ticker symbol RKT. This is a stock that if you go back to when my channel first started, I've been liking for quite a while, and for whatever reason, the mass majority of investors have not picked up on Rocket stock quite yet. Now, I have way more detailed videos on rocket companies and their fundamentals and why I love them for a long-term play, but here is why I like rocket companies for a short-term play. We see that in the last couple of weeks, rocket companies has broken out of that descending wedge pattern only to fall back to that line of support at around $21, and I see this as an incredible buying opportunity. So if we take a look at the volume, we saw that at that breakout a couple of weeks ago, we saw the highest volume in a very long time, followed by a massive pullback in volume. We saw decreasing over the span of the next couple of days, and we saw a decrease in the underlying stock value. And that leads us to where we were on Friday at that $21 level, hitting that line of support. And in my opinion, we're going to see a huge bounce this next coming week, moving into early 2021. Additionally, something I like is the MACD indicates a bullish setup is ready to happen. We see that the blue line, which is currently on top, is about to be surpassed by that yellow line. And when that happens, that is called a bullish divergence. That means that the stock is ready to break out. And hey, good things might come in the very short term. So the way that I would play rocket companies is actually going to be the same exact way that I shouted out in my last video. I'd either buy out some late March or late 2021 calls, depending on if you're bullish for the short or the long term. Me personally, I hold both and I hold shares because I like rocket companies. I think that they're making some great innovations in the mortgage and in the tech field. And I still think that Rocket Mortgage is not evaluated as a tech stock. It is only evaluated as a mortgage stock. Once big money realizes that, I could see a massive rally in the stock price of Rocket Mortgage. When that happens, I don't know. I think it'll happen in 2021. I'm just going to be patient. I'm just going to be waiting. And when it happens, myself and anyone else who happens to rocket companies, we're going to be laughing all the way to the bank, baby. And that's why I like rocket companies for the short and the long term. All right, so the next stock that I got for you today is going to be Blink, ticker symbol BLNK. Now, I like Blink as a play anywhere in the low 50s to the high 40s, as a play in the EV as well as the solar energy sector. So I like Blink anywhere in the low 50s to the high 40s as a solar EV play in the new Biden administration. Now, what I mean by this is that Joe Biden has come out and he said that he's trying to make the United States much greener, much more energy efficient, and Blink is working in that field to make just that happen. So all it takes is for Joe Biden to mention solar energy in a speech or during a press conference, and I can see that Blink and all these other green energy, solar energy, EV stocks, I could see them having big rallies in early 2021 as Biden continues to release his plans. He continues to say everything that he wants to get done and how he is going to do it. I think that these clean energy, the EV stocks, are going to benefit. But busting into the technicals, we see that this stock is trading at $53, right at that support level. And we also see a relatively low volume at that level, indicating that a reversal is coming. But in the next coming days and weeks, I could see Blink riding up to that $60 to $65 target. But in the more short term, I could see the stock getting anywhere from that $60 to $65 price target with some news, with a massive surge of investors trying to get into this field, trying to not miss out on this new and growing field, the EV and the clean energy field. Now, I say we, but I really just mean me because, again, this is all for entertainment purposes only. I hope you got your family, you're putting me on the big screen, and you're having some laughs, having a great time to these videos because this is for entertainment. Obviously, I would never try to give you financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a college student trying to get out there and make some money. All right, so the last stock that I've got for you today is going to be Fresenius Medical, ticker symbol FMS. So for me, FMS is an extremely oversold stock right now, trading at that $34 level. Now, recently they had a very negative outlook published for their 2021 earnings, and a lot of investors decided to flock out of FMS stock. And as you know on this channel, that is an opportunity that we absolutely love. When everyone else is getting scared and everyone else is pulling out, we enter, we make a bold move, and hey, sometimes we profit from it. And that's exactly what I see going on with FMS. We see an RSI value of under 20, and that's quite ridiculous because that indicates that this is an extremely oversold stock, and we got some good things looking for the very short-term future for FMS. In the short term, I could see a bounce back to the high 30s or maybe even low 40s if we get some good news, but I would cut losses very, very quick with this one. If it hits under $33, I would cut out. If it hits under $33, I would sell and I would cut losses, go find a better opportunity. But like I said, I see the upside anywhere from 36 to 39 for this stock.